Hi, I'm Steve Thorne, and today I'm going to be doing an experiment with projectile motion using this Nerf gun. So the main goal for today is I'm going to be finding out how far a dart will travel given a certain launch angle of the gun. So the first thing I want to do is find out the initial velocity of the dart that shoots out of this gun. Now, in order to do that, I first need to find out the horizontal velocity of the dart at a certain angle. We can pick any angle. We're going to probably do 45 degrees since that's going to be the maximum distance that it can travel. And given this horizontal velocity, we can figure out the initial velocity of the dart. So in order to find out the horizontal velocity of the dart, we need to take the rate is what we're finding, and that's going to be equal to the distance that this dart travels and the time that it takes to get there. So that should be pretty easy to find out. After we calculate the horizontal velocity of the dart, we can use trigonometry to find out the initial velocity of the dart in the certain direction that it's traveling. So if you remember from trigonometry, the cosine of an angle is equal to its adjacent side over its hypotenuse side. So in this case, the sides of the triangle are going to be the velocities of the dart. The horizontal velocity is going to be the adjacent side, and the initial velocity of the dart is going to be the hypotenuse. So given those two, given the angle and the horizontal velocity, we can find out the initial velocity. After we find out the initial velocity of the dart, we can use this to find the horizontal and vertical components of the initial velocity. The y component of the velocity is going to give us the time that the dart's going to be in air for, using the formula Vf equals V0 plus At. Once we find out the time that it's going to be in the air for, we can use the simple equation rate equals distance over time to find out how far it's going to go. This is the data that I got from the experiment. I did a series of test shots at a 45-degree angle and got an average of 16.5 meters for the distance. The average time that it took to travel that distance was 1.7 seconds. According to calculations, it should have been close to 2 seconds, so there's an approximate 15% margin of error. The horizontal velocity after calculations was 9.74 meters per second. This means that the initial velocity is 13.78 meters per second. I then changed to a new angle at 30 degrees. From this point, I needed to find the horizontal and vertical velocities of the dart. To find this, I used trigonometry. The horizontal velocity at this new angle will end up being 11.93 meters per second, and the vertical velocity 6.89 meters per second. Knowing the vertical velocity, I can then find out the amount of time that it should take to travel the distance. Using the formula Vf equals V0 plus At, I can find out that t is equal to 0.7. This, however, only gives me the time that it takes to reach its maximum height. To find the final time, I need to multiply that by 2. With the percentage of error that we found from before, it comes out to close to 1.2 seconds. And using the formula distance equals rate times time, this gives us the final distance of approximately 14.316 meters. After finding this data, I decided to test my results against field studies. I did another series of shots to see where the shot would land at 30 degrees. I'm happy to say the average of these 5 shots was 14.65 meters, and that's very close to the final distance that I found.